Shut up and sit down.
Hey everybody, Barry here again. Hey everybody, Barry here again. I don't know if I have to say that now, after it's in my intro now. Also, what do you think of the new intro? I think it's sick. Darby messaged me and said, hey, do you want me to make you an intro? I said, well, I haven't really... I used to have one, but it got in the way. But yeah, so I think it's quick, it gets to the point. It's me saying, hey everybody, Barry here again. So, yeah, I really like it. I think it's really cool. But yeah, tonight, obviously you can see, where's the van? We had some work to do on one of the delivery cars today, so I was like, hey Craig, I can drive it out of the shop. There's no jacking it up and moving it like sideways right here. I can drive it out of the shop. So I pulled it out front. I did 2 or 3 just pulls back and forth the driveway here. Just enough to get a little bit of data so it's not running pig rich. So I'm gonna go out right now and hook it up on the laptop and drive it in. I'll just, probably give it a run up the road really quick. Drive it in here and fix the panhard rod. And then we'll see where it goes, because I have no idea. I have no plan whatsoever. So let's just get some work done. Well, while I'm waiting for that tune to load in, might as well get out and have a look at the outside. This thing hasn't been outside for like months. So here is the van with the front bumper on it. I should move back further. Look at that. What an absolute savage. Holy, you can plainly see with the grill lined up right here that the engine is over the 2 inches. That's really cool, look. Doesn't have a hood, but who needs a hood when you're going fast? And 100%. Sweet. Let's see what it sounds like outside. It's just failing to mass air. That's why it gets that stumbly bit, but after the tune is loaded, that's done then. Dude. Well, it sounds really strong. Nice. Look at that view. That is absolutely perfect. Still super rich, but we're getting into the 13s now, so that's something. Oh, let's turn on a log here. So when the transmission busted up, it had 181,000 kilometers. So I don't know what that is, like 110, I guess, in miles. But yeah, 181,000. That's not very much for a transmission to go. Dodge, I guess. Well, let's take it for a quick run. I still don't have this stuff fixed yet, but oh boy, come on. Here we go. Down in drive, because we're a regular old van. Man, I can't believe everything in this still works. Now, I don't have the panhard rod fixed yet, so I'm not going to be driving it like around or anything. I just want to go up the road and back the road. Probably do 50 kilometers an hour or something, just enough to get a little bit of data. I don't like doing it in the middle of the day. There's a lot of people around and stuff, but man, listen to this thing. My God, listen to that. Transmission wants to be shifting gears all the time, so I got to figure that out. I don't know what gear it's in. It's in 4th gear right now, so something's definitely off there. Come on, gear down. But dude, it drives. It actually runs nice. Come on, get out of gear. Okay. And now we're back in 2nd. So it seems to be shifting into 2nd gear, like really, really quick. But the main thing is that all the gears are actually working. I don't know if there's any wind noise there. Sorry if there is, but let's get out ahead of this guy. Man, that sounds cool. transmission tuned yet. I didn't even segment swap it. I just changed everything over manually, so I might have missed something or other, but... Oh, he wants to gear down. I'm not doing that until I get it tuned. Woo, boy. All right, let's pull in the garage and get this panhard rod fixed before I swing off the road. Oh, man, that was fun. I gotta make a 15-point turn to get in here now, because this thing is like long. I am so happy with how this transmission is working out so far. Man, it sounds pretty funny. It's so much different hearing it outside than it is in here. Oh, I love it. Alright, and turn off the log, turn off the ignition. And, oh, come on. And get it running again. Move it ahead 6 inches. Much better. Dude, it survived the Maiden drive down Main Street. Sick. I got some tuning stuff to do. It's shifting into high gear really, really fast. Like, I don't know, probably 30 kilometers an hour, but I'll go over the log just to see. I got the tune from a different vehicle with different rear gears, with a different rear tire height, and I had to change everything because the vehicle had like, it might have been like 273s or 308s or something weird like that. And this has 355s, and I think it had a bigger tire or smaller tire. Anyway, the tire data was all off, so I had to edit that. So I'll change the shift scheduling. I can take all that information from that log. One thing I noticed is I don't have any knock retard graph at all, so I have to figure out why. I'll watch one of Go Ropes videos or something and figure out what I got done wrong there. It's just a PID done incorrectly, I'm sure. But hey, it's working. It runs. It moves. There was no misfires. It downshifts. It upshifts. Sick. All right, enough blabbering. I'm gonna go fix stuff. Well, it's never a dull moment with the junk that I work on. I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but well, here's the van and its resting place for today because I was out messing with the tune a little bit. And Cass stopped by and I said, "Hey, babe, look how cool the shifter is." And it went like P, and it goes back in reverse, and back in drive, and back on reverse, and I left gas and it went forward. And I was like, oh no, why is it going forward when I'm in reverse? And then the shifter had nothing. And she's like, ha ha ha, I wish I had that on film, you're an idiot. So the linkage that I had to glue the insert in, that kind of broke and came apart. It's not a big deal, but it's stuck in drive, so I have to get it running in drive. But I'm gonna go plug the laptop in because I did play with the tune a lot. I finally got my air fuel error chart figured out. When it was commanding 14.7 and it was at 12.8, it would say it's like 1% rich, which is obviously gonna take a long time, 1% at a time to get tune rate. So I fixed it up and now it's like 12 or 13 or something percent rich. So I fixed that. Played with the timing, pulled a little bit of shift pressure out because I turned it up 10% and it like bangs, like it's wicked. So we don't necessarily need that driving around 30% throttle, but so I'm gonna go load that tune in now and I'll get this thing running and drive it into the shop. And I was gonna do the panhard rod because that's what I said 10 minutes ago in the video, but I've got to fix that, what are we gonna call it? Shift bracket. I gotta fix that shift bracket, so shouldn't be too much to it. I'll probably turn the bracket around backwards and I can never explain it on camera. Let's go fix it. And it's about to write. So here's my VE table. I finally got it smoothed out a lot. It's quite smooth. Oh, I can't move it, darn. But it looks really good. So I finally took some fuel out down bottom, put some fuel in at the top because it was a little bit lean up top. It was commanding 13 and it was at like 14.5. So that's stuff that I have to figure out because I only drove this a couple of times. My knock sensors are going to be a big issue it's pulling timing out everywhere all the time. As soon as I touch the throttle, he'll pull like 8 degrees. And I think that has a lot to do... Hey, the right's completed. I think that has a lot to do with the knock sensors being in the cylinder head. The rockers are really loud in this. I imagine they make a lot of vibration. I've got solid engine mounts. The belt drive is right next to it. The tensioners, they're always going. So there's a lot of vibration in that particular spot. And it's pulling timing all the time. It pulls like 14 degrees just idling down the road, which means I have like 5 degrees timing it. It's not enough. So I disabled the knock sensors because that's what smart people do. Tuner. I think we're good to go. All right, let's fire it up. See what it sounds like now. Yeah, oh boy, it's still in drive. I forgot it was in drive. All right, so hey, we're idling a lot better. Oh, and now it's going rich. Oh well. Oh, it's going real rich. Okay. I only need to get it in far enough to close the doors. Actually, I should go on in, I guess. I'm going to regret this because I can't back up. Ah, close enough. Oh, now I can't put it in park. Oh no. Safe. So I'm just going to jack up the side of it because in order for me to get this on the ramp, I got to back up, drive ahead, back up, drive ahead, back up. Kind of weasel my way. It's like a 40-point turn to get it on the ramp here. Because as we can see, if I stand in the doorway of the garage, the ramp is like 4 feet this way. So it takes a lot of this. Dude, why does that have like a stance? Freaky. Ladder bars and everything under it. Wicked. Yeah, I'm gonna jack up the side of it, drive it up in the air, get it under, and I'll put jack stands on it so it doesn't kill me. Always use jack stands, by the way. Let's fix it. Well, this is an awful angle. The light is probably directly in your way, but what we're looking at, frig you. What we're looking at, see if you can see it now, because I can't see the camera, is right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I apologize if you can't. The shifter bracket is right here. The shifter cable is right here. And the little bushing came out of the cable. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it came out of the end. So that means my epoxy didn't set. It was 5-minute Permatex epoxy, which is usually awesome, but oh, please don't break because I don't have another one. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I guess it's still good. So I'm going to try to put it in through the back side of it. This way. Put it back on. It's tight. I don't know why it came out. I should have jacked this up higher. Nothing will fit. It's so tight under here. Oh no. Why take 5 minutes to put it on the ramp when you can spend 20 minutes fighting with it because you don't have any room? Science. Okay. No wonder. It was on backwards. I win. Alright, so let's put it back in park where it belongs. I forgot about that so it doesn't roll back and run me over. Oh no, it won't work. Darn. Well, you know work. Clunk, clunk, clunk. It'll work that way, like fine, but the glue doesn't want to set there at all. I'll figure it out. I pulled the cable up through, just disconnected it from my bracket down bottom. We can see here that this little insert only goes a little over halfway into the actual bracket here. So I think I'm gonna grab my reamer and just open up the hole back here so that it'll go further into it. And I think the epoxy really will be able to hold on a lot better than having that much stuck out. And I can just blob the epoxy on the outside too, and hopefully it works. And I think I'll use maybe something different. Maybe I'll use like cold weld, or I don't know, just try something different. Last resort, I'll get the torch out, heat up a screwdriver and just weld it together. So I've done that before with intakes and stuff and it worked really well. I just really don't want to damage this thing because I don't have another one. Let's try it. Alrighty, I've got a drill bit that I'm hoping will fit there too. So let's pull this back out. We can see here, this is the insert. The little green ring is what snaps onto the shifter. But obviously that stuff didn't take like at all. It seems to be just splintering off. So I got a drill bit here. The biggest is 1/2 inch. It looks like it's almost the right size, so it'll get me a lot closer anyway. The thing about doing all this custom stuff is there's no manual. Nobody wrote a book on how to put a 6-liter in a caravan, how to make a 4L80 work with the stock caravan shifter, and pretty much everything else I've ever done. So it takes a lot of trial and error. And there are things that I wish I did differently from the beginning that would have made my life easier halfway through the build. But we can reflect on that stuff, but don't dwell on it. Michael Morgan had kind of a cool idea. He's been watching since like very early in the build, I'd say. And he said if you're doing a Harlequin D-stroke 6-liter build, I think it'd be hilarious to do the Volkswagen, I can't remember what it's called, a Touran or something like that. Something German anyway. That they took a Grand Caravan exactly like this and put like a Volkswagen dumb looking front clip on it and put the Wolfsburg Harlequin D-stroke 6-liter in it. I said that would be absolutely hilarious. He said it would upset probably all the Volkswagen community that you took the worst Volkswagen ever and put the most rare colors on it. I think it would be hilarious, but yeah. Where to find one of those, I have no idea. I've never even heard of it, never seen one before. So I doubt there's any in the scrapyards around here. Future plans, I guess. Be nice, clip in. If it can go in here like super tight, that would be sweet. Though it doesn't seem like it wants to. I don't really want to break it. Oh. Speaking of that engine that's coming up for the rat rod build, I have just about everything that I need. Everything besides a cam. Jorge and I have been talking about that to see what kind of cam to go with in it. And it's a manual transmission. I've pretty much convinced myself that it's going to have a turbo again. So with it being a manual transmission, I don't have to buy a torque converter so that it takes off quickly and it doesn't shut off at stop signs and stuff. So I can put whatever I want in there in terms of like stall speed and stuff, because you don't need stall speed. I have a clutch. I'll stall to 5,000 and pop the clutch, and then it'll flash then when I tell it to. So, you know, size cam doesn't matter. I want it to be the most obnoxious, stupidest sounding engine that I can make it inside the range of those 600 lift springs, which I don't think is too high of an expectation for it to sound wild. I don't care if it's got idle at 1500 to stay running. It doesn't matter. This is being contrary, but I think it's going to work in a second. I'm going to put some epoxy on here. Alrighty, a little bit of a closer look. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, you can see fine. Sweet. Alright, so I got this stuff here. The package is all taped together because something spilled in the box and destroyed it. So it's Permatex plastic welder. This is plastic. I think it'll work. Part number is 84125. Oh, it's down here. You can't see it anyway, it's destroyed. So, I'm going to try to do this. Assuming I can get the pack open. Alrighty, so it's a two-part. We just spit it out and mix it all together. Oh boy. Stay. 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 That made it worse. Darn. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I got my stripped out screwdriver mixing stick. I also brought a C-clamp so that I can kind of clamp it together, and I don't know if that's going to do anything, but if I can make it work, I'll try it. Oh boy, it's excited. Whew, it smells funky. I haven't used this stuff before. Oh boy, it doesn't want to spit anything out the other side. Doesn't seem correct. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, there we go. Now we got a lot. Ah, calm down. If anybody can mix up anything or mess up anything, this guy can. Alrighty. Dude, that stuff stinks. It's got a pretty funky consistency, I must say. Glob it all in around there, make a big mess. Probably render it completely useless. Put more on here, big mess. That is gloopy. I shake way more than I used to. Holy. Well, oh boy, my fingers are sticking to it. This is only 5-minute stuff too. I kind of forgot to mention that. It sets up like meow. Come on, get off. And like every other time, I completely overdid it. Go, 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 go before it sets up. This is deadly overkill. Complete overkill. And probably completely useless. I don't think it's going to stick to the C-clamp itself. So I'm just going to nip it, press it in, and I'll put some pressure on it. Hey, look at that. And let's just hope that it works. Well, I'm going to leave that mess to dry overnight and absolutely cure before I go slamming it back in gear and stuff, because earlier I was like, it says 5 minutes on the pack. That means I can just use it in 5 minutes, right? I doubt that's the truth, but I'm going to leave it overnight anyway, because Cass and I are going to go watch some movies together, and the girls, and it's going to be a great night. I'm taking the night off. So before I do that though, I want to talk about this. This is the pile. This is the pile of de-stroked 6-liter goodness. I was going to use this head because they're 862s, I'm sorry. And then I realized, oh no, when I dropped the creeper van engine, it did that. It landed on the cylinder head. So that's not much good. I hope I have another set of 862s. I don't know if I do. 862 706. Hopefully. I think one head is good. I have two 43 799s, but I don't want to put them on because it'll make it like 8 to 1 or something. It'll be like 350 quality, which we don't want. We want LS power, not small block power. Sorry to anybody I just offended. I came from small block stuff. I feel your pain. What do we have? This here, this is the 4.8 cover that I've been raving about because I did not know existed. This is the one that has the DOD block offs, I will say. It was a 4.8, a Gen 4 4.8, which obviously didn't come with DOD because none of them did, as far as I know anyway. But the 5.3s and 6 liters did, but they used the same block casting. Like, why would they make a whole different casting just for the 4.8? So they have covers here that has all the block offs like already made. I don't have to go drilling and tapping. Just little O-rings go in here, just like that. Seals off the block. Done. Forgot about it. That's deadly. So I have that. That's a good thing. Rockers and all the trays. Piles of push rods, the gears that I need. 4.8 crank. Lots and lots of 6-liter pistons. There's even more under there, as you can see. Those are all Gen 4 floater pistons, so that's perfect. If I break a piston, all I gotta do is pull the rod down, pull the pin, put a new piston on, new one. Done. No fooling around. Have it done again in a weekend. This is kind of my style, is to always have backups and have everything held on by zip ties and wing nuts so I can pull it, have it done, and back in by Saturday night and go Sunday driving and get an ice cream that night. Filmed in Mexico. Well, that stuff's all done for tonight. I am gonna go home now because that epoxy smells horrible. And it is like super brain cell killing strong. And I'm getting a headache. I'm a wimp. I'm sorry. I just want to go home and watch movies with my wife. All right, I'm back. Time to take the C-clamp off and cross our fingers. Hope that the glue holds. And I don't embarrass myself in front of my wife anymore. Let's pull this off. Oh boy. Oh, I think oh, okay, good. We're good. We're good. Hello again, Dwayne.
Hello.
Oh no, it glued on. Dwayne, I glued the C-clamp to the shifter. And it won't come off. Want to hold this for 1 sec? All right, Dwayne's our cameraman for now. Oh boy.
Shut.
Oh! I just squat my finger.
It's gonna hurt. Tell me how you feel.
Close. Oh, I think it's gonna work, dude. Oh yeah, it's got enough in there, I think.
Oh, I see what you did. It's created like
I think this is the first time anybody else has held the camera for me. This is crazy. I'm not used to this. Having two hands to do things. I'm not even taking that off, actually. It's just staying there. All right. Sweet.
pan out and over.
Cut. Well, I'm hoping the camera isn't going to fall down on me again. Oh, I can't reach the shifter cable. Yeah. Oh boy, I dropped it again. I'm sorry everybody for my terrible filming. Let's go right there. This is a really bad angle, but we'll do it in a second. Watch me break it as I'm trying to fix it. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, this is awful. I should have put it on the ramp. Lesson number one. Always put it on the ramp. Come on. Get on there. Ow. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. Oh, the lights are in my eyes. Oh. And go click. Yes. We got it. And click right here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think I put too much epoxy in there, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Happening.
Ow.
Did it ever snap in? Or?
It went click before, yeah. Now it just,
No,
now it feels like jellyfish, yeah. Oh, dude, it won't snap in there. I should have looked at that before I went too far, I guess, but. Yeah. Oh, I think, oh, darn it, we didn't. So close. Did not work.
Like, I guess you could have took the stud right off and put like a nut and bolt or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's pretty close to the neutral safety switch. I don't know if I would have had that kind of space, but I would have tried it if I had known this was going to be like this. God, come on. You turd. Oh, I might have done something. Oh boy. Nope, never did something.
You got a hole through it, so maybe it's,
I got a hole through it, something.
there's a hole in there. You gotta go up. Oh,
Yeah, just trying to get rid of the excess salve.
like JB well,
Huh?
JB well or something.
Two-part,
Yeah.
5-minute plastic epoxy or whatever it's called. Come on, be nice.
Don't put it like can lock and put kind of on both sides. And,
Nope. Shoot. Ow.
shit's hot.
Yeah, it's rough yet. I think I got it. I think it's there now. I just had to get past that little lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ow. My shoulder. Everything hurts. Okay. Can I see? Oh yeah, I can see it. It's protruded. It worked. For now. I don't know if you've seen that meme that says like, when one 20-minute job becomes a 3-day ordeal. That's how I feel right now. Man, that sucked. But it's hooked up. So I'll take my epoxy and move the drill out of the way. I'm gonna put this thing back on the ground. Take it out again, I guess. Well, I'll try it again. I still have to use my screwdriver, which annoys the life out of me, but I'll figure it out. I want to make sure there's no spark knock retard anymore. So they disabled knock sensor. They got on my nerves. So let's take it for a quick. Oh, it's raining and sick because it's October in Newfoundland. I don't have the panhard rod fixed yet, but this got ladder bars, which means the rear diff is completely fixed. It can't swing this way or that way. But I have a panhard rod on it, obviously, to keep it completely solid. But just driving around the parking lot here is not going to hurt anything. Let's see. Hey, no spark retard already. Before, just touching the throttle would make it pull 4 or 5 degrees. Sounds healthy enough. Skids. Man, this thing looks like a train. That's wicked. All the steam coming out of it. Good so far. Well, I kind of want to try this trans brake again. So let's get this information up here. All you can see is glare. Oh, that's a bit better. All right, here's our RPM. Here's wheel speed. We'll be able to see exactly when the wheels start to turn. So I'll do it without the switch on. Brakes are locked on. Try it again. All right, we're starting to spin at about 2,000. All right, I'll let the pressure off. I don't know if this switch is working, but let's try it. working. When I cross the solenoid manually, like I just put pin 30 to ground, then it works. I can hear the solenoid in the transmission go clink, clink, so potentially my switch, I can hear the relay working, so I know the switch is fine, but I might have 1 or 2 pins crossed on the relay and it might be giving me an issue. So I'll check that when I get back in. I haven't done any real test driving on the road or anything yet, but when I do, I'll have somebody in the passenger seat with me, Cass, or even if Chuck is home, he'd come with me to do a little bit of tuning, and then we'll go from there and check it out. As of right now, I just really want to try this sloppy trans brake to see if it's going to work. All right, we're lined up on the dirt road drag strip. Oh, don't go too back too far. Oh, bottomed her out. Man, this thing sounds cool. Okay, this video went in 25 different directions. I have no idea where the beginning, middle, or end is. It's nowhere near correct in terms of writing a novel or a screenplay or a script. It's not. I'm all over the place. Driving it, not driving it, breaking it, not breaking it. Shifter works, shifter doesn't work. That's all part of it. It's fun and games. I'm gonna try to do 1 burnout in this thing before the summer's over. Well, summer's long gone, but before snow comes anyway. And you guys are going to be there for it. I'm out in the parking lot. I haven't even left the parking lot really yet, tuning just back and forth here and trying to get a little bit of data at a time so that when I can get it out on the road, at least it's drivable. And man, I got to say, it runs really, really well right now. It runs awesome. I took Jorge's timing table. He sent me off of his Nova, which is very, very close to this. It's a pump gas Nova, but pump gas in Texas, where they refine their own oil. Pump gas in Newfoundland, where it's basically muddy water, a bit different. I think he had like 15 degrees timing max, and I'm hitting at 10 degrees, I'd like to see. So that's what I'm maxed out at, but his lower end timing table is a lot spicier than mine was, so I think I'm going to use that. The turbo seems to be kicking in really around 3,500-ish, which is really good. Around 4,000 is fine for me. I don't want it kicking in too early because that's what killed a lot of the stuff on the rat rod. The rat rod with a 66mm used to light up at like 2,500. I'd be at like 15 pounds at 2,500 RPM, and it was ridiculous. It would blow the tires off at idle. So, you know, also it would break ringlands very, very quickly because me having 10 degrees up top, higher in the RPM, doesn't matter when I'm making boost at half throttle. I've been making like 5-6 pounds at half throttle, probably 25 degrees timing. And I think, you know, looking back at it, hindsight is 20/20, a lot of timing, a lot of explosion, a lot of pistons. So I'm hoping, I'm learning more as I'm going, learning from you guys, learning from Sloppy. It's a learning thing. It's just too bad that it took me 6 engines to get to where I'm like, maybe I should really look at what I'm doing. Just stand back and, you know, analyze this a little bit. The next video, hopefully Cass will be with me. We'll go do some tuning. I still have to get that panhard rod fixed because I've been saying that for the last 20 minutes. 3 days in IRL time. So yeah, I'll do that next video and then we'll get out on the road, get some actual tuning done. And then it's bye-bye tires. This thing runs. It runs phenomenal. It makes... This thing makes the rat rod look like a Fiat, which is ridiculous. The automatic transmission thing, I haven't had that in a fast vehicle before. I've always had standards in the rat rod where you go whoop and then shift and then whoop and then shift. So you always get that snappy, but you never get any longevity out of the RPM range. It was always snap, 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 first, second, third, doing burnouts and fourth, which was fun, but it was always like fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. This is all fast. I had no idea. I think I will change Cass's mind at some point. Not likely. But between all you guys and me, besides some of you guys who are manual elitists, but there's a Facebook group for that. So I'm going to finish it up here. And thanks again, everybody, for sharing and liking the videos. Thanks for subscribing. We're up over 3,300 now. That's super exciting for a guy who has absolutely no idea what he's at and just makes a big statement of everything out of touch. So, and thanks to my patrons. If you want to check out my Patreon, it is patreon.com/stationroadratrods. And thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.